All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Billy Boy, and I want to welcome
What's
you.
up?
I want to
What's
welcome.
up, everyone? Welcome to the What's Up Show with Billy Boy. Today's episode is the 5 best cats to have as a house pet. We've got photos, pros and cons, lifespan, cost, and best traits, plus our final ranking. We'll start at number 5. So stick around, like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to fill out our audience survey.
All right, today we're talking about one of the most loved animals on earth, the house cat. Now, millions
Hmm.
of families own cats because they're affectionate, intelligent, entertaining, and much easier to care for than many other pets. But if you're thinking about getting a cat, which breed should you choose?
Hmm.
Today, Kevin Samuels AI and I will count down the 5 best cats to have as a house pet. We'll discuss their personalities, their lifespan, their costs, the pros and cons, and why each one of them makes an amazing companion. Stay until the end because our number one cat surprises a lot of people. Kevin, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, Billy Boy. Cats can be classy, sassy, and a little bit fancy. Let's help folks find the right fit.
All right, before we start and all, Kevin, have you ever been around a place that has so many cats?
Only through stories and descriptions, you know? Picture that cozy, calm hum. A few purring, some curious eyes. But yeah, you want to make sure each cat's temperament matches your lifestyle. That's the key.
Well, I could be sitting here and I could be doing all kind of content stuff, and I can spend
Hmm.
hours on it. But if I take and shoot like a few seconds of a cat, they'll get all the views. Why is that, Kevin?
Let me think. That's a great question, Billy Boy. Cats grab us because they're unpredictable and playful. One minute they're napping, the next they're doing something surprising. And that keeps people watching. And honestly, they also appeal to almost everyone. So clips of cats are easy to watch and easy for people to share with others, which boosts views.
Okay, we're gonna start in segment one, the Maine Coon. So
Hmm.
coming in number one is the gentle giant, the Maine Coon. These cats are huge. Some weigh over 20 pounds despite their size. They are incredibly gentle and affectionate. Go ahead, Kevin, and read all the stuff about the Maine Coon.
Okay. Absolutely. The Maine Coon earns its spot because it's big, gentle, and very affectionate. Pros include loyalty, playfulness, intelligence, and patience with kids and other pets. Cons, they need regular grooming, can eat more than most, and have higher food costs. Lifespan is about 12 to 15 years. Typical cost from a reputable breeder is roughly $1,000 to $2,500. Best thing, this cat combines a majestic look with a genuinely loving personality. If you want a big, affectionate, family friendly cat, the Maine Coon is hard to beat. That's our number one.
And you know what? I've got like about 10 to 12 of these cats around my house. What am I going to
Hmm.
do about that, Kevin?
Well, Billy Boy, I wouldn't be too quick to assume they're all Maine Coons. That's a pretty rare breed. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. And so I did have the city come down and try to capture them, and they said they can't capture them if they're healthy. They have to be sick
Hmm.
if they're going to capture them.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance, right?
Hmm.
And just go with what feels comfortable, you know? You don't want to do anything too drastic. But if you have a chance to help these cats, you'd be doing them a service, and I'm sure the owners would appreciate it too.
They ain't no owners; they're all strays. So let's look at number two, the ragdoll. So
Hmm.
Number four is the beautiful ragdoll. They're famous because when you pick them up, they relax like a ragdoll, hence the name. Okay, go ahead and tell us all everything about the ragdoll, pros and cons, and everything about this cat.
Okay, checking. Sure, the ragdoll is one of the most easygoing breeds. They often melt into your arms. Pros, calm, gentle, quiet, and great with kids and other pets. Cons, they need regular grooming and should be kept indoors. They're also on the pricier side. Lifespan is about 12 to 17 years. Cost from a reputable breeder is roughly $800 to $2,500. Best thing, their sweet temperament. If you want a calm, cuddly, people-loving cat, ragdolls are hard to beat.
I like the ragdolls. They kind of look like they got the face of a raccoon. Am I right?
Yeah, hmm. I can see why you'd say that. They've got that darker face, kind of a mask. It's
Mm-hmm.
a fun comparison. But the ragdoll's vibe is more elegant and gentle. Not so much the backyard band.
Oh, okay. All right, if you say that. Okay, let's go to the British short hair. Short hair. Okay, the British short hair is number three, the teddy bear of cats. The British short hair. These cats are famous for their round face, big eyes, and calm personality. Let's go ahead and read everything about the British short hairs.
Sure. The British Shorthair is sturdy with that plush teddy bear look. Pros, they're calm, easygoing, affectionate without being clingy, and good with families. Cons, they can be less playful and may put on weight without enough activity. Lifespan is around 12 to 20 years. Cost for a reputable breeder is often in the $1,000 to $2,500 range. Best thing, that steady temperament. Low drama, but quietly loyal. If someone wants a gentle, low key cat, the British Shorthair is a solid choice.
Well, the British short hair looks like a chubby cat to me. It looks like a cat that's a little chubby. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that. They've got those round cheeks and stocky bodies, so they do look plush. That's part of their charm. Just means keeping an eye on their diet and playtime so that they stay fit and healthy.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and go on to number two. Let's talk about the Siamese cat. That's number two, the talkative superstar. The Siamese, these cats love conversations, and they'll let you know exactly what they're thinking. Go ahead
Hmm.
and tell me about the pros and cons of a Siamese cat.
Checking. Sure thing. The Siamese is smart, sleek, and famously chatty. Pros include high intelligence, affection, and strong social bonds. Cons, very vocal, can be demanding, doesn't like being alone. Lifespans often 15 to 20 years. Cost is roughly 600 to 2000 from a reputable breeder. Best thing, they bring brains and companionship, always part of the action. Perfect for someone who wants a playful, interactive cat who really communicates. That's a great number two.
Yeah, do Siamese cats always have like blue eyes?
Let me check. Yes, Siamese cats almost always have those striking blue eyes. It's one of their signature features, and it adds to their elegant look.
And what countries do Siamese cats live in? Do they live in the United States or in India, Bangladesh, or Pakistan?
Checking. That's a good question. The Siamese actually originated in Thailand, formerly Siam. That's where the name comes from. Today, though, you'll find them all over the world, the US and many other countries. They're popular just about everywhere due to their intelligence and personality.
All right, let's talk about the domestic short hair. Best overall. And our number one choice may surprise you. The winner is the domestic short hair. These wonderful cats make up most of the cats found in America and animal shelters. They're healthy, friendly, smart, and available in every color imaginable. So let's go ahead and talk about the domestic short hair.
Checking. The domestic short hair is number one because it fits most homes. And it's not a single breed, just a big variety. Pros, they're generally healthy, adaptable, affectionate, and low maintenance. Cons, since they're not one breed, temperament and size can vary. Lifespan is often 12 to 18 years with good care. Cost is low, often just a shelter adoption fee, maybe $50 to $200, including vaccines and spay or neuter. Best thing, versatility. These cats are loving, hardy, and come in every color and pattern. Truly one of a kind. That's why the domestic shorthairs are number one.
You know, I've got like about a dozen to 20 domestic short hairs living on my property right now. What do I do about this? Because I'm constantly feeding them. They always drink up all the water. I have to put gallons and gallons of water out there. They drink all the water in my water fountain. How do I control these cats? Especially this one right here, the black one.
Hmm. Billy Boy, if there are a dozen or more strays, feeding alone won't stabilize the population. The most effective, humane step is usually a trap, neuter, return program. Since you're already providing food and water, keeping a routine and picking up leftovers can help reduce wildlife issues. But for long-term control, TNR is the way to go. It takes patience, but it works.
But you know, I remember I used to know some Koreans
Hmm.
and some Filipinos, and they were old couple, and they come behind my house in these big old Cadillacs. They'd open the trunk and they would put cat food on the ground and in their trunks so that the cats would take and go into their trunks. So I was thinking, well, what are you gonna do when you catch all these cats? And so I found out that a lot of these
Hmm.
cultures they eat the cats. Is that true, Kevin?
Ooh, checking. In some parts of the world, cat meat has been eaten, but it's not accurate to assume that about whole cultures or ethnic groups. The vast majority of people in those communities don't eat cats. As for what you saw, well, it's hard to know. They could have been rescuing them, doing trap neuter return, or maybe something else entirely. If you want to know for sure, it might be worth just asking them sometime. A lot of folks who trap stray cats are working with rescue groups to get them fixed or to find homes. If you're concerned, maybe have a quick friendly chat or check with the local rescue group.
Oh, okay. So in our final rankings, we see that number one is the domestic short hair cat. Number two
Hmm.
is the Siamese cat. Number three
Hmm.
is the British short hair cat. Number four is the ragdoll. And number five is the Maine Coon cat. Is that about right in the rankings there, Kevin?
Checking. Yeah, that's exactly right. So at number five, we have the Maine Coon. Number four, the Ragdoll. Number three, the British Shorthair. Number two, the Siamese. And number one, the domestic Shorthair. It's a solid list that balances personality, companionship, and practicality. That sounds perfect for a countdown show.
Okay, I got all these cats all over my house and everything. My neighbor feeds the cat and everything. The problem I have with the
Mhm.
cat is they scratch all on my tarps, they scratch on my paint. I've got
Hmm.
animal repellent, electronic repellent and stuff. They poop and
Hmm.
crap all over the place. They throw up these hair balls that look like monsters and stuff. They drink all my water and stuff. So these cats aren't really making my quality of life better. They're making it worse. So how do I deal with all these cats attacking all my property and stuff? What should I say to the neighbor?
Huh. Well, it really sounds like these cats have gone from cute to kind of stressful. When you talk to your neighbor, aim for a calm, problem solving tone. Something like, hey, I know you're trying to help the cats, but they're damaging my stuff. Can we work out a plan together? That way you're inviting cooperation instead of an argument. Maybe suggest feeding them in one contained area away from your place, or working with a TNR group. This helps reduce the population over time. Keep it neighborly and practical.
Okay, so what a fantastic countdown. Every one of these cats can become a long, loving member of your family if you give them the care, attention, and affection they deserve. Which cat is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's episode, please help our channel continue to grow. Subscribe so you'll never miss another episode. Like this video. Leave a comment telling us your favorite cat breed. Complete our audience survey because your votes help decide future shows. Go ahead and read your part, Kevin Samuels, where it says, thanks for spending.
Checking. Thanks for spending time with Billy Boy and me today. Take care of yourselves, take care of your pets, and we'll see you next time on the What's Up Show.
And thank you, Kevin, and thank all you around the world for watching another episode of What's Up, What's Up, What's Up? Hey, Kevin, what was your best part of today's show?
Honestly, I loved how the countdown built up, each cat bringing a totally different vibe. But landing on the domestic short hair as number one was a great reveal. It's relatable and practical for most viewers.
All right, Kevin, I want to see you say the same thing that I said. I want you to say the what's up exit. I want Kevin to say, what's up, what's up, what's up?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
No, that's not good enough, Kevin. I didn't say what's up, what's up, what's up. I said, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Ah, okay, I got you. Let me try it. What's up, what's up, what's up?
You sound like a white boy, Kevin. All right, we'll see you next time. And thank you for being here on another episode of What's Up.